Preview.
Every celeb Taylor Swift has beef with and where those relationships stand now. Every celeb Taylor Swift has beef with and where those relationships stand now. Karma is a cat after all, whether they're real fights or blowout of proportion by the media, there's nothing beloved more than a good celebrity feud. Recording-breaking pop legend Taylor Swift has been involved in a number of these feuds over the past decade, but where does she stand with those other celebs now? Katy Perry. This is one of the history books. It all started when Katy accused Taylor of poaching all her backup dancers for her Red Tour. They fought on Twitter where Katy called her a Regina George in sheep's clothing. Taylor then released Bad Blood, which was almost definitely about Katy. Then Katy's Swish Swish was interpreted as a Taylor diss track, then feud went unresolved for years until 2018 when Katy sent Taylor a literal olive branch as a peace offering on the opening night of the Reputation tour. The following year, Katy appeared in Taylor's star-studded You Need to Calm Down music video, and all was well in the world of Taylor and Katy. Nicki Minaj. This one was a mess. Back in 2015, Nicki tweeted her frustration that Anaconda wasn't nominated for Video of the Year at the VMAs. If your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you will be nominated for Vid of the Year, she wrote. Fair enough, but Taylor took it as a personal attack and replied, I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your slot. She then invited the rapper to take the stage with her, saying that Nicki is invited to any stage I'm ever on. Nicki hit back, saying that she definitely wasn't referring to Taylor with those tweets, and partially blamed the media for twisting her words. Taylor then apologized to Nicki, tweeting, I thought I was being called out. I missed the point. I misunderstood, then misspoke. I'm sorry, Nicki. At the show, Taylor joined Nicki on the stage to sing The Night Is Still Young and a few lines of Bad Blood. All is well now between the pair after the 2022 VMAs where Taylor announced Midnight's Nicki praised the pop star in a video saying, Barb's, I know you love her, we all love her. DIPLO. LOL, this is a good one. In 2014, when he was dating Katy Perry, DIPLO trashed Taylor on Twitter, writing, someone should make a Kickstarter to get Taylor Swift a booty. Lorde jumped to her friend's defense, replying, should we do something about your tiny penis while we're at it? Taylor never responded, but in 2019, DIPLO said that making those tweets was the worst decision of my career. Kanye West, of course, we all know, and are frankly tired of hearing about the feud between Taylor and Kanye. It all started back in 2009 when he interrupted her on stage at the VMAs. The pair made amends a few years later. Kanye sent her flowers and Yeezy shoes, and all seemed well. But then in 2016, Kanye dropped the track Famous, in which he called Taylor a bitch, said that he might have sex with her and that he made her famous. If that's not enough, he included a nude wax figure of Taylor in the video clip. Taylor complained about it, rightfully so, and then among came Kim Kardashian and Snapchatgate. Kim Kardashian, after Taylor said she didn't give permission for Kanye to use her name like that, Kim Kardashian, who was then married to Kanye, uploaded a video to Snapchat which implied that Taylor did in fact consent to the song lyrics. Fans said that the video was edited to take Taylor's words out of context. She maintained that she was fine with the sex lyrics, but dissented to being called a bitch and that he made her famous. A few songs on Taylor's 2017 album Reputation are speculated to be about Kanye, including This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. In 2020, the full version of Kim's video was released, which proved that she did in fact alter the video before uploading it to Snapchat. As of now, Taylor, Kim and Kanye have nothing to do with each other. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, a lot of us forget this one even existed. Back in 2013 when Tina and Amy were presenting at the Golden Globes, they made a joke about Taylor's love life. Taylor responded with a Madeleine Albright quote, "There's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women." Tina Fey later told ET that it was all meant in jest, adding that it's a shame she didn't take the joke in the crazy on spirit in which it was intended. Years later in 2020, Taylor and Amy presented at the Golden Globes together, so it's safe to say this feud is in the past. Camilla Belle. Once Joe Jonas broke up with Taylor, he started dating Camilla Belle pretty soon after. This led Taylor to write a song, Better Than Revenge, about the actress, which now upon reflection is low-key gross and slut-shamey. Camilla never publicly responded to the song but made a sly comment about Taylor on Twitter. When Nicki Minaj and Taylor got into their Twitter fight, Katy Perry also tweeted, finding it ironic to parade the pit women against other women argument about as one unmeasurably capitalizes on the takedown of a woman. Camilla Belle replied to this, "Couldn't have said it better myself." That was almost the last we heard of this beef, so it's unclear if they ever patched things up. However, it will be interesting to see if Taylor includes Better Than Revenge on her Speak Now recording, considering how many people, including Swifties, have called out its problematic lyrics. Demi Lovato. Taylor and Demi's beef started back in 2009 when the Disney star was asked about Selena Gomez and replied with, "Ask Taylor." Over the years, Demi has made a few jabs at Taylor on social media and in interviews. In 2016, she told Glamour that Taylor shouldn't be called herself a feminist. "I think that having a song and a video about tearing Katy Perry down, that's not women's empowerment." KARLIE KLOSS. A lot of different people have a lot of different thoughts on this one, so let's just keep it to the facts. Basically, Taylor and KARLIE were absolute besties for a few years. They even shared the cover of Vogue in 2015, but after the Kimmy drama, it appeared that KARLIE took their side over Taylor's, and the friendship crumbled. Some fans think that I forgot that you existed. The first track on Lover is about KARLIE. Then again, some think that the dress is about her too. LOL. So take everything with a grain of salt. Again, not much is publicly known about the pair's relationship breakdown, but it's safe to say they're not friends anymore. Both KARLIE and her sister have also liked negative tweets about Taylor. Damon Albarn. This one was a flash in the pan, but definitely made headlines earlier this year. Damon Albarn, lead singer of the Gorillaz, gave an interview to the Los Angeles Times in January, where he implied that Taylor didn't really write her own music. Some of the greatest singers, Ella Fitzgerald, never wrote a song in her life. A really interesting songwriter is Billie Eilish, and her brother. I'm more attracted to that than to Taylor Swift. It's just darker, less endlessly upbeat, way more minor and odd. I think she's exceptional. After Taylor tweeted that his comments were completely false and so demanding, she has been the lead writer on literally every solo track she's released. He apologized, saying that his words were taken out of context. Calvin Harris. Taylor and Calvin dated for about a year and a half before they broke up in mid-2016. In April of that year, Calvin and Rihanna released the duet, "This Is What You Came For." After their split, it came out that Taylor had written the song with Calvin under a pseudonym and also recorded backing vocals on the track. He accused her of leaking the news to gain public favor. Calvin tweeted hurtful to me at this point that her and her team would go so far out of their way to try and make me look bad at this stage though. I know you're off tour and you need someone new to try and bury like Katy Perry etc, but I'm not that guy, sorry, I won't allow it. The following year, he expressed remorse for his comments, but it was the final nail in the coffin for Swift. The pair definitely haven't reconciled. Swifties think that her new song, High Infidelity and Bejeweled, are both about their train wrecks of a relationship. Joe Jonas. Taylor and Joe dated in 2008 before he broke up with her over the phone, a fact she revealed on Ellen while promoting the album Fearless. She certainly wasn't kind to him at the time and also made fun of him during her monologue on SNL. The pair have since made peace and were seen hanging out in London in 2015. In 2019, Taylor apologized for how she handled the situation. "That was too much," she said again on Ellen. "I was 18, yeah, we'll laugh about it now, but that was mouthy. Just some teenage stuff there." When Joe and his wife Sophie had a baby in 2020, Taylor sent them a gift, so it's safe to say that feud is dead and gone and buried. Earlier this year, Joe changed the lyrics in a song that used to reference Taylor to be more positive as well.